All right, man. The dark side. You know, I always go over the dark side, but how the hell am I not going to go over this in the horror month? Even though I believe this is right. This is this is not intended to be Halloween because it's from England. So I go here, usual Alan's a cheeky dude. You got the funny, the old 70s England, which is as rough as that place was, and that time was, man. You wish you were back in there, don't you? Um, that's why Shelley Duvall died. I think she looks cute there. So I thought she was. I like unconventional looking women, you know. And she definitely acted her ass off. So I can't. This fucking show is still going on. You fucking kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? You know what's a good zombie show? I didn't realize they made 68 episodes of it. You know what's a good show? Remember Z Nation? Z Nation was awesome. The Z Nation, I'd rather watch that. You know, the only thing Walking Dead I can still watch is that second season. It was pretty. That was great. But enough to go through here. I remember seeing this guy's novels. Apparently, Guy Smith, right? Ultra gory, sexy novels like Night of the Crabs. I remember Night of the Crabs. I remember this. I remember seeing this. I remember seeing this in a bookstore in a mall in Pennsylvania that does not exist anymore. They literally flattened it. I'm talking about the Schuylkill Mall. Right? I remember seeing this book there, all gone now. And this guy had passed. This guy passed away a couple of years ago. A guy from the Midlands, dry Midlands humor, right? But it's interesting. Also, he was an aficionado for hunting, right? But just describing the guy's work, the guy literally was all he was like writing the modern pulp. Look at that old computer, right? And they describe, the first book he did was this, and yeah, the slime beast, the sucking pit, Night of the Crabs. Look at this, man. Look at these books, dude. It is like almost like a heavy metal, like a metal, like underground, like punk horror feel to this stuff, from this guy. And as like many, they bring up the. Why can't I grab the pages? What the hell's going on? I know you want to see this. There he is. Yeah, and right as publishing changed in the late 80s, right? They fell out of favor with the big houses, right? That late 80s, early 90s, with the horror novels thing really took a dive, man. But yeah, it was a good little expose on this guy, this British writer, uh, writing stuff that was like, nothing, wasn't trying to, it was trying to entertain you. And apparently he really did a good job. I need to read one to get on these. So I kicked myself. I should have bought that book, Crab Moon, back then. But you only had so much money. There's always like this chick, the Devil Woman. What is it? Devil Girl from Mars. That's a woman, right now. That's a woman. Yeah, I tell you. Remember this, man? This movie scared the hell out of me, man. I didn't know what the fuck these. I didn't know what the hell these things were, man. Yeah, so going through it, of course, Rosemary's Baby. It's very, very funny. It's a good film. Right, Enter Polanski. And it's funny in this article, right? There's certain things that are not really noticed. Right, Hitchcock declined the project due to his Catholicism. Right, but for some reason, Polanski didn't have a problem with that. Why wouldn't he not have Polanski, an avowed agnostic? Okay, so that's why he had no problem with it, right? Right, there were clear digs at Christianity, especially Catholicism. Really, from Roman Polanski, I can't imagine. I can't imagine why. I can't imagine that. Well, he was an agnostic. Okay, I'm an agnostic. Uh, no, I'm not gonna lie, man. Polanski was talented. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, what he did, obviously you can see that not all criminals are created equal. That's right, and they're right. They shot this at the Dakota, right? The Dakotas. I need to go by there again. I haven't been by there in a while. Manhattan. That's where John Lennon got popped, right? One of the earliest news stories I remember was this in the Thailand scare. But that Dakota is a creepy looking building, which is to say it looks fucking awesome. What's this? Oh, they're making it like I said. They're making a book about John Carpenter. The movies of John Carpenter, and of course, he is a piss up, man. It's been like a dream because I got to be John Carpenter. That's a neat thing to have happen in your career, to become a director who's known for something. Yeah, and the cool cover, right? And I was hey, and remember the film they never talk about is the Elvis TV movie that he made with Kurt Russell as Elvis. Right? No one forgets that. So, having a little guest stars. Yeah, man, a lot of women. You gotta see these people, man, because they're passing on. Let's go to the Universal, of course, the Lamels, right? The Sun. I think. Listen, man, they were. I don't know. I'm trying to. How do I put this? I don't think these people. I don't think they were trying to subvert these people in particular. The Lamels. They weren't trying to subvert anything. I think they really wanted to give people entertainment, right? And what they want, what people wanted, and they really did a great job. Remember this, the man who laughs, right? Conrad Veidt. This was a pretty good, adaptation of Victor Hugo, just like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Of course, the original story, man. This ends probably grimmer than friggin' the Hunchback. Like the cat creeps, right? Dracula. So yeah, talking about it, the Universal stuff really does. The old films were really great, man. There's my movie right there, The Black Cat. Oh, where's the Raven? The Raven I love as much as The Black Cat. Werewolf of London, the very underrated Werewolf of London. But we've got, everybody knows these movies, so I'm kind of beating a dead horse. So, the first issue, Famous Monsters, film. So now going through here, I've never seen Planet of the Vampires. I've never seen this. But man, look at this is Mario Bava, doing something. Look at this grid. I mean, look at the, it just looks. I need to see this. I need to see it. I need to get like shockwaves. What a creepy. What a scare. This movie, it was on Channel 9, man. This thing scared the hell out of me. Very interesting. Yeah, the music, right? The music is very Doctor's. Said Doctor Who-ish, right? Well, because it's all synthesizers, right? You hire one person to make your score, you're saving money. Now the Just Franco, look at this artwork, man. Like I said, this was the most faithful Dracula film, Count Dracula, El Conde Dracula. Christopher Lee liked it. Christopher Lee liked Just Franco. Just saying, he liked working with him. So. And this film, this is one of those what I call like Assignment Terror or Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. This is like the perfect Halloween monster mash film. Okay, of course it's a Jess Franco film, so it doesn't make a ton of sense because it's not about that. It's like that weird dreamlike quality. The imagery is supposed to be what you're seeing, and I like this. Dracula Prison of Frankenstein is really. I like it a lot. I mean, I don't like the fight with the Wolfman. I don't like, but other than that, and you see Dennis Price, man. He's like near the end. He looks so different than when he was younger. And speaking of another film, I'll go with Messiah of Evil. This is one of those films that like everyone rightfully now realizes it's like, wow, this is a really amazing film. Of course, this film is. Essentially, it's pretty much the Shadow over Innsmouth. It's like the Shadow over Innsmouth meets Dawn of the Dead, and then done in sometimes a very artsy way, right? The primary color slabs, right? It almost like is like looking forward to like Suspiria. So, and this was like a small ass, low budget film. So, but like Messiah Evil, I always recommend it. I think I'm gonna watch this this month. I think, man. the idea, the creeping sense of dread, the damn scene in the movie theater with Joy Bang, all this stuff here. It just makes this. You can't recommend it enough. So, all right. So I mean, I'm not the hugest Ackerman fan, but the famous monsters was a thing. I mean, this in the late '50s. I mean, this really with the Monster Kids. I mean, this really had a cultural impact. It had a huge impact on creators that would come reading and things. So, anyway, let's get through. Oh, George Buttergate. Why am I having problems with these pages? What's going on here? And of course, the whole German scene I mentioned. The German scene is very DIY, and the interview was cool. Obviously, he shot his movies on Super 8, and then he had to blow them up to 16 millimeter, so they could be shown, properly and whatnot. And it's interesting. Obviously, a lot of the people in the movies were basically his friends. Of course, the necromantic films. In ein Film über die Liebe zum Menschen und was von ihm übrig bleibt. Is that bleibt? Or is that no, that's not that B that looks like. That's not that B that's pronounced as a S. I remember that. But crazy. Not. It's like I respect the idea of what he did more than what he actually did. A lot of this is really not up my alley, as you would say. So, but he did it, right? And of course, and I always thought this chick was really cute. So really cute, and of course very crazy. And he also mentioned, it mentions interesting things here. He's a huge kaiju fan. He actually wrote the first German language book on Japanese monster movies. I wish he had done, more stuff like that later rather than like the early fun Super 8 stuff he did. I wish he had done stuff like that rather than this, but I think he did. Did he do one? I think he did do one. I like how you. Being influential. Did you go to any of his gigs? Right, there was a. Alright, this guy says, then he told me that he was the singer from a Norwegian black metal band. Some guy who was a fan of his had a tattoo of the Tortoise King on him. Interesting. Right? He invited me to a black metal event in Bern in Norway, which I did end up going to. So interesting. That's it. And of course, he also brings up the fact that like Germany, right? There's still, in Germany, you're still not allowed to see stuff, right? You're not allowed to see the Saw films. Whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, you're not. There's a lot of movies that you're not allowed to see in Germany. So, yeah, right. They still ban the Saw movies here. Right? It might surprise readers of the Darkside, given the UK video nasty phenomenon. But you guys in West Germany banned way more stuff than even us. Yeah, well, that's why you liberated them. Fuck. All right, relax. Fucking, I can see me having a pint or 2 or 5 or 6 with Alan, man. It would probably be hilarious, but something tells me I would end up, we end up fucking brawling or something. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. And I will say, they've been doing like articles on this fucking Guillermo del Toro dude. You know what? I'm sorry, dude. I cannot get into this dude's stuff. Forget him. I just don't think he's that good. Okay, I don't care about any other thing. He opens his mouth, this trap, whatever. Or I don't think he's that good. I think maybe Mimic was the best thing he did, but Mimic is hardly in my top 100. But it's just my opinion. So, and they're gonna wrap this up. So, and that's it. That's the Darkside for this. Of course, the next issue is on sale in September, so we're a little behind here. So, anything else to say? Nah, man. It's just another great issue. Like I said, this is the best British magazine, but this is one of the best magazines on horror out there. like I said, Scary Monsters is also, but like I said, it's more of the fans by the fans. This is sharp. This is a classy. Well, I mean, the way I'll admit, the way you set this up, the way you put this together. This other one too, Infinity, is pretty good. The layouts, the way it's set up, right, is brilliant, top notch. That alone, is something. The Darkside is like a 10 on it. So, all right, Shocktober is, man. I think we're still in the single digits, or are we? Yeah. We got more to come.